Hello and welcome to another Let's Play. Me, GamerWolfSix of Shoto. Before we start, if you're interested in playing this game, you can get it for free on itch.io. But if you want to support the people that make this game and or get this newest version earlier, then you can go to their Patreon, where it's $5 a month, but I think they have a yearly plan kind of thing going on. So, on the last Let's Play, we were still Ari, I think. Where was it? Right about here. Naked doggies. And we listened to her brother sing and was like, he's never done that in front of us before. Now I'm feeling jealous or envious. And then Rune took us, by flying and tackling us, and brought us somewhere else where he was interrogating us on what's going on and possibilities of healing Abuovo. And then I had another very short Let's Play where we went off with Alon to do something. I don't know. But whatever the case, let's reset my face and begin. I have come alone. Informant won't appear. Oh, right. Because, he's been lured into the darkness. Can we skip and then... Oh. I always hate when that happens. I mean, yeah, it saves more time to just skip directly to the thing that you've gone to, but then it's... Oop, okay, back up. Yeah. But then you can't roll back. So I guess we're back in the human world. Also, this looks hella advanced because it's all glassy and shiny. Anyways, where are you taking me, Akri? Anything you want to show me? You'll see in a moment. It's very important. Trust me. Something in the glass hall? I grab the human's hand and lead him to the tall, spacious corridor filled with cubicles separated by transparent glass walls with sliding transparent doors. Each small room contains complicated-looking machinery and white tables too uncomfortable for sleeping. Those don't interest us. Instead, I walk the human to the end of the hall, to a room with black curtains covering the walls. The inside is completely concealed. The human stops. He doesn't budge. Ankri, what is this all about? You can still smell it, right? Good. Smell what? How about you go first? I open the door for him. A complex wave of sweet, sour, earthy, and herbal smells wafts over my nose, but the curtains still block the view of whatever's inside the room. I motion at the room to encourage the human, but he hesitates. Looks back at the exit, unsure, his lips part for another question. At that moment of indecision, I trip his legs and grab him by his arm. I toss him into the room and quickly fall behind him into the darkness. Sorry I had to do that. Sealing the glass door behind us. As I listen to the human tumbling blindly in the room, I reach under my coat and take out a small metal relic. With a sharp flick, a single spark lights up a tiny flame at the top of the portable rectangular relic. So, a lighter? Though it probably doesn't run on gas, it probably runs on magic, I guess. Shedding just enough light to let me see the human's beautiful, confused blue eyes, as he lies on a pile of hay. I nod my chin at the far corner of the cubicle. He slowly turns his head around. With a gaping mouth, his eyes open wide. I can smell the scent of cold sweat from him. Confused, escapes his lips, and he finally notices the bottle of wine and box of snacks. I chuckle, lighting up several small candles across the cubicle. Oh, you asked me earlier why I had hay behind my ear. This is why. It's a mix of grass and small wildflowers from the eastern meadows. You mentioned you like forget-me-nots, and there's a bunch of them here. See? Oh, so you could have put K for nuts. It makes for good bedding. Yeah, soft and fragrant. Dog damn it, Acri. I thought you were going to murder me or something. What? Why do you think something like that? To go to such lengths to give you a little bit of romance. I hope you appreciate it. I mean, yeah, heck, of course I do. Wow. Sorry, just took me by surprise. As it should. It wasn't easy to organize and keep a secret. But it just so happens I'm pretty good at both those things. What's that black-greenish thing in the big jar? Ah, right. I'm particularly excited about that one. A special treat. You know how strong scents get me going, right? I know you're not a fan of manure, and I can expect that. You and your quirks. Heh. So this guy gets turned on by the smell of shit? I mean, I don't know much about dogs, but anyways. Barely want to get something nice smelling that both you and I can enjoy. And I know you love bacon. So this is 2 gallons of sun-bloated hog, 18 years old, the fanciest, highest quality rotten bacon fruit from the eastern Wheelbarrow Hills. Rotten bacon fruit? I was gonna type in rotten bacon fruit into a thing, but I forgot that in this universe, meat is grown on trees. At least here? Oh no. It's okay, Luke. Maybe it was a little expensive, but I wanted us to enjoy ourselves tonight. It's a special day. I thought maybe we could roll in it, rub it on each other's bodies, and, you know, do some smelly, messy romance in a pile of hay. Okay, smelly, messy romance is kind of hot, though, I must admit. Here, let me open it for you. No, stop! Listen, Acri, how about you start with the wine and snacks first? Ah, yeah, good thinking. Let's leave the best for last. Wine is pretty fancy, too. I pass him the thick crystal glass and grab the wine bottle. I smack it a few times with the wooden handle of my dagger, making the cork protrude far enough for me to pierce it and jerk it out into the air with the tip of my blade. I don't think that's how it works, but I don't know. You know, being able to hit the bottom to get the cork to come out. I toss it up and let it land sideways on my shoulder. As the bottle rolls down my outstretched arms, I balance myself in a way that spills the wine in a controlled stream into the glass. Once the bottle reaches my wrist, I grab it by the neck and fill my own glass with the most mundane manner, without showing off. Every time I do something impressive like that, the human acts so happy, I bet he could wag his tail if he had one. Seeing him react like that makes my own tail wag too. He's impressed right now too, I think. He's definitely smiling. However, he's suspiciously quiet for some reason. That's not good. I need him in a good mood today. Everything hinges on building a good rapport with the human. Give me 1 sec. I don't know what it is about reading or, exercising that gets gunk in my throat. You know what today is, right? The 11th? No, I don't mean the dates. And today is the 13th, by the way. Supplies coming from Mooresbrook tomorrow. Oh, right. But never mind that. Today is special in a different way. Can you guess? I'm sorry, Acri. I don't really know. Oh. Oh, it's okay. Even if you forget, remember it for the both of us. You see, today is exactly 4 months since Max and I woke up from our shelter sickness. Exactly 4 months since I met you, Luke. Oh, okay. Honestly, I didn't keep track of that. Sorry. 4 months is hardly an anniversary. I don't remember us doing anything particularly fancy last month. Maybe we should have. Every month and every day with you is a blessing. I'll never take it for granted. Come on, drink, Luke. To shelter. To us. I clink his glass and take a big sip of wine. It's rich and balanced, with a hint of sweetness, exactly how he likes it. We both seem to enjoy it. It's irrelevant, yet quite fortunate that both of us happen to share such similar preferences in alcohol. Irrelevant? However, as we enjoy the wine, the human is usually mild with his reactions. He smiles and tells me how good it is, but to be honest, I expected a bit livelier of a reaction. Crap. It's infuriating. I can't prod him with empathy. I can't make a mistake today, and this uncertainty is killing me. I always hated that aspect of him the most. He doesn't even keep eye contact with me. His stare is locked at the candle in the corner of the room, as he puts down his half-empty glass to the side, deep in thought. He takes a deep breath, as if to say something. But he doesn't. Are you okay, Luke? Yeah. Sorry, it's nothing. Can you be at ease here? Nobody ever comes to this section. This is exactly why I chose this place. We can safely relax here. He smiles yet again and looks up. I open my arms to embrace him, but he passes me and walks out of our cubicle. I hear a few beeps from one of the panels in the corridor, and then the sounds of locking gates and ceiling ventilation vents. The air holds still, and whatever distant echoes I could hear before are completely gone now. With a series of button presses, the human completely separates the glass hall from the rest of the shelter, vents and all. I didn't know this function existed. There, now it's truly private. Good boy, Luke. Nobody will get a whiff of the sun-bloated hog but us. Sun-bloated. Don't even know what that means. I start reaching out towards the 2-gallon jar of slimy, rotten delicacy, but the human grabs my wrist with urgency and pulls me into a kiss. My heart skips a beat with a sudden show of dominant initiative. My half-closed eyes roll up, and an involuntarily high-pitched moan escapes my throat as I'm being swept through that sudden warmth and pleasure. It takes me a few moments to gain control over my mind and body, but I finally manage to stop my body's reactions and put up a well-trained act instead, a show he enjoys more. I skillfully return the kiss and caress his neck at his favorite spots. I moan and groan at just the right volume and at a significantly lower pitch than that wine a moment ago. I can't let myself be swooned like a horny pup. I'm better than that. I have to stay in control. Nothing I think I'm feeling right now is real or relevant. My body is just another tool. If I don't stay in charge of myself at all times, my focus may waver and I can't lose sight of my goals. I could make mistakes. I can't allow that. I never had to deal with such problems before. With any of my previous targets, the most common emotion I had to control was disgust. If there was pleasure sometimes, it was never this overwhelming. It didn't used to be difficult with the human either, but it seems that as time goes on, a body confuses what's true and what's just an act. It's almost like I'm falling for him. But it's obviously untrue. I'm incapable of love. If I manage to convince him to go along with my plans, and if everything goes as my informant and I hope, we may finally be able to put an end to this ridiculous charade. With Shelter awakened to the next stage, we'll be able to save Max. We'll be able to save everyone. Oh no. Luke, I'm sorry. No, it's my fault. I thought I could do it, but... Crap. I agree. I'm so tired. Sick and tired of all this. Tired of this? What does he mean? Yeah, what does he mean? I wonder if he actually knows about what Ackery's doing. I retract from him and sit down on the hay bedding, observing the human with concern, both for him and myself. Is he having second thoughts about our relationship? This is a crisis. One I didn't see coming today. Of course, I have always known this could happen at some point. It's just unfortunate it had to be tonight. I have to deal with it before he leaves the room, with any means necessary. I could feign ignorance, refuse to acknowledge his tears at all, laugh the whole situation off as, never mind that, and distract him with positivity and fake comfort. I'm pretty sure I could stabilize the situation at that step already. If he had kept those thoughts for so long and never spoke them out, then a show of positivity is bound to block him out of embarrassment yet again. If that doesn't work, and he's heck bent on having a talk with me, I have a whole arsenal of mind tricks to aim at him. Gaslighting, guilt-tripping, a suicide threat, and actual self-harm, if everything else fails. At this point, nothing is off the table. Can't fail, no matter what. Not tonight. Even if I have to sacrifice a limb or an eye to keep him close, I will. Manipulate, control, sacrifice, discard, survive, succeed. I put my hand on the human's shoulder and give him a smile. He doesn't even look at me. Hey, Luke. What's wrong? Why are my eyes watering watching him? I can cry on demand, but now is not the time. That wasn't what I wanted to say to him. I just blurted out those words thoughtlessly, as I felt that heavy lump of sadness swelling inside my chest. I have to keep myself under control. I have to salvage the situation, one way or another. Ackery, there's that one dog. Okay. A rival, huh? Another opposition to expose and dispose of. What dog? What's his name? The human twitches and moves away from me at that question. I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? Cooper asked Thistle to ask me not to tell anyone. They came back from an excavation a couple of nights ago. But they were ambushed. Shagbark was definitely involved at this time as well. A fight broke out. They were at a disadvantage, surrounded by cliffs, and there was a rock slide. One of Cooper's scouts was caught in it. That one Labrador, remember? I do. Did he? The bandits ran away, and most of Cooper's pack managed to return to safety. But that Labrador, he didn't make it. I saw the body. I'm sorry, Luke. Did you know him well? No, not really, but he was still my dog. I talked to him a few times in the past. I loved how friendly and excitable he was. It was fun to see him wag his tail from embarrassment whenever he was praised by others. Without him, a shelter won't be the same, even though he's just one of many dozen good dogs here, and not even one I knew particularly well. Losing him, it feels so wrong. It leaves a hole in our community. I still can't believe it. It's like, oh no. I have that fear, Ackery, a terrible fear. It both drives me forward and debilitates me. I'm afraid of losing people. It may not be so obvious to you since I'm not a dog, but I can get attached very easily to others, too. But then again, maybe I'm just lying to myself. Maybe the pain I'm feeling right now isn't out of love and attachment to my dogs, rather something different and fake. Because, Hackery, I know I've heard it over and over, I'm sure of it, and yet I still can't. I can't remember his name. Lane. That was his name. Lane the Labrador. Thank you. I'm sorry for ruining the date, Acri. You prepared so much for this, and You're not fake, Luke. Your feelings are pure and true. I don't need empathy to see something that's so obvious. You're one of the truest things in my life. Don't ever doubt that. We'll find Shagbark and the winter knots. We'll have our justice. That's one of the problems. We already know where they are. They have been spotted in Moorsbrook. Copper, Thistle, Rune, and Bury all know that. But as angry as they are, they won't do anything. Moorsbrook is under the Grove's direct jurisdiction. The lands north of it are a lawless zone, but the town itself is strictly protected. Whatever happened to Lane is indifferent to the Grove, and going to Moorsbrook to enact justice on Shagbark for that would be an unlawful breach of the kingdom's order, an excuse for the Grove to act against us. I hate all of those ridiculous political games. They say we have to be careful, and I know they're right, but sometimes I wonder. You want to do more, right? I want justice against those who hurt us, for those we lost. Still, even I know that those who are still alive take priority. Max is one of them. We need to help if we're able to fix him up for good. We need the support of someone powerful. We all love Max, and we are ready to do anything in our power for him. Even if that means growling at the feet of Bury and Rune's past's oppressors. Giving away our treasure just for a morsel of support from those terrible people. They want to collect and set some of our stronger relics, collect a set of some of our stronger relics as a tribute to the wolves, you know? Do they now? I know. It's a small price to pay for Max's well-being. I'll gladly pay whatever price it takes. I'm not upset about losing a few trinkets. I'm really not. But Ackery, after everything they've done to my dogs, and how they keep treating us, they don't deserve such gifts. I think I'm just angry at my own powerlessness. We have all of those powerful artifacts. The might of all-powerful ancient temple for us to command. And yet, we're powerless, pathetic. We should be more than that. We should be able to seize what we need with our own claws, defend ourselves with our fangs, not cower and let ourselves be collared. His eyes grow wide as he stares at me. Then, he shakes his head and gives me an uneasy smile. Tch. Don't worry, Acri. I'm not saying I want to go to war with Grove or anything like that. Why not? He keeps staring at me. His smile freezes. Then it slowly drops. Are you being serious right now? Kind of. Of course, I don't think we should. We aren't strong enough yet, and they know that as well as we do. That's why they don't respect us. And yet, they still haven't seized us. It's a big part, thanks to Red Moon's stunt, but I think there's more to it than that. They don't know what to expect from shelter. They're afraid of what we could do if we were pressed against the wall. As they should. You've proven multiple times you're not to be trifled with. As we're keeping our current system of free flow of goods between shelter and the rest of the country, time works in their favor. We're slowly bleeding out our strength for them. With our own growth and freedom stunted by compliance. I don't want to go to war, Luke. Never, ever. If we can help it. But I want shelter to keep growing. Maybe then they would respect us more if we showed them we could if we wanted to. His lips part in a silent gasp as he keeps staring in my eyes, lost for his words. I swear I can, talk. Ackery. You actually understand. Of course. Burry and Rune, they wouldn't listen to me. They're fully content with how things are right now, and will keep this peace at all costs. I don't blame them. They went through hell, and shelter finally gave them happiness, as limited and humiliating as it is. But Ackery, this is not where I want it all to end. Shelter is only barely woken up, and there's already more work than I can manage on my own. Without you, I'd go completely mad. And even with you, I'm consistently scared of reaching a dead end. I can't bear those thoughts, a future where we don't move forward. The most terrible death. Stagnation. That's the worst fate I could ever think of. What do you want? I came here looking for a mission, a purpose. I thought I found it when I met Burry, but as time went by, I got overwhelmed and distracted, and now I don't know anymore. I know shelter is important to everyone here, but I feel an even stronger connection to it than anyone else. I want to truly bring it back to life. But that can never happen if we're going to keep playing by the rules of this country's politics. I want to be free to do anything I think is right, without constraints. But at the same time, I can never sacrifice those cute snoots for a greater cause. I want to take over the world, but those dogs mean the world to me. I'm sorry, Ackery. Sometimes I feel like you would be better off without us. Like we're just dragging down with our problems. You came just when we needed you the most, and no matter how much you help us, we still can give you what you yourself hope for. If you came to shelter looking to find a cure for Max, I don't understand why you still haven't left us and tried elsewhere. If you left me, I wouldn't blame you, Ackery. You and Max mean everything to me. And I don't have what it takes to keep both of you safe. My heart swells hearing those words of devotion and kindness, seeing them shedding tears for our sake. I never thought we would ever end up like this, surrounded by people who would genuinely care for us. To be given so much love and care by my partner. Such a pure and strong heart. If I were just an ordinary dog with a normal life and an honest heart of my own, this would be enough to make me happy. This moment and this person would be a blessing to me. However, those warm feelings down under the cold weight of reality, This, after all, is not a blessing. This is nothing but a fruit of my manipulation. And my job isn't done yet. There may be a way, Luke. I've been thinking a lot, and I thought of a plan. I'm ready to put my very life on the line for it. I'm going to be a heavy gamble, but if everything goes well, no, it's going to be a heavy gamble. We will guarantee Max's safety and give shelter what needs to grow, both at the same time. Guarantee? Rune and Burry wouldn't submit to their past oppressors for Max's sake. I couldn't allow that. Such a high price for so little in return. But with the same tribute, I can negotiate so much more, Luke. If only we're careful and secretive about it, we can give both Max and Shelter exactly what they need, while keeping all control in our hands. Guarantee Max's recovery and give Shelter what it needs to grow? You don't mean... No way. That would be risky. Yes. Burry would never agree to that. If the Grove found out... That's why I need your full cooperation. I don't want to hurt them, but we can't have them interrupting us. I wonder if we're going to work with some other country. I've planned everything out, covered all possible risks. With your help, we can do it. I need you for that work. Though I wonder if we're gonna like overthrow a government or something like that. Burry says Max won't survive another month. I can organize a talk with them, even next week. I have a contact in this country. Are you sure? You don't even know what they're going to... I know them. I know what to expect. I know the very worst of them. No matter how much I think, there's no better solution I can see. This is what I want to do, Luke. I want to take this risk. For my family. For Max. It's not just Max. You're my family now too, Luke. This is as much for Max as it is for Rinmoon, Lane, you, and every other mistreated dog here. If I hear you cry, of course, I cannot abandon you. We'll grow and break our limits, so no one has to die or cry ever again. Isn't that what Shelter's all about? I hold his hand. At that moment, something unexpected happens. I reflexively open my mind to the human, and this time the chaos of his mind appears different in my mind. The noise is still there, sure, but I start noticing patterns. It's like when you look at a painting from afar, instead of getting lost in the details, and you finally start to see the whole picture. There's something resembling familiar emotions there. Too big and complex, like they're compiled from way too many parts than necessary. But I can definitely name them, feel them. Relief, exhilaration, gratitude. Are those his feelings? Or mine? When the human accidentally bumps the table, making the big glass jar of rotten meat fall towards the shining metal floor. Ooh, I thought we were around that mark, but it's 39 minutes of horny time. Ooh. So, end of this Let's Play. So, please comment. Ooh, sorry, big stretch. It's still the morning. Actually, it's noon. Huh. Tell me what you like, dislike, tips, tricks, otherwise. If you like my YouTube and would like to see it grow, then please like, subscribe, and check out the videos that grow, and please remember to spay near your animals that control the pet population. How is it 11 o'clock already? I woke up at 8 and did like one Let's Play. Bugger. Oh, I'm gonna upload this and post it today. Instead of posting Armored Core. I mean, usually I post this one as soon as it becomes public, and it became public yesterday, so it do be like that. Anyways, oh, and if you want to play this game, free on itch.io, but if you want to support the people that made this game and or get the newest version earlier, you can go to their Patreon, where it's money's amount of money. $5 a month? I do get the early version, I think. Yeah. And until next time, let's play. Me, GamerWolfSix, Shoto, ooh, woo, woo. So thanks and see ya.